everybody, I'm Katie, welcome to the Book Buddies, and today's video is going to be my May wrap-up and my June TBR. In the month of May, I actually read quite a bit more than I was expecting. I mean, it wasn't a lot, it was 5 books, but it was still more than I was thinking I was going to read. I was thinking I was going to read like 1 or 2, so this is pretty good, I think. So, the first book I read was, or finished, was Warp, the Reluctant Assassin by Owen Colfer. I'm gonna pull up my Goodreads to see what I gave it because I don't remember. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was very enjoyable. It wasn't quite like I was expecting it was going to be. I was expecting a little bit more Artemis Fowl from it, but that's okay because, I mean, they're 2 completely different series, so that's fine. I probably shouldn't have expected that anyway. I was just being kind of dumb, but I do plan on going on with the series because this is a very good series. It's very interesting. It's about a boy and a girl, but I'm going to start with the boy because it starts with the boy, named Riley, who comes from the 1880s into our modern world, and about a girl named Chevy who meets said boy named Riley, and they bring about kind of a very large calamity. Ooh, then they get chased back and, yeah, back and forth. Anyway, it's very interesting. It's very sciencey, and it's very, it's just very Owen Colfer, very sciencey, very intelligent, very good writing, very good characters, that kind of thing. If you liked the Artemis Fowl series, you should like this. The next book I read was A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I read it on my Nook. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Now, I have very rarely said that a book was, like, fantastic and beautiful, but it really was. It really was. It was a great book. I read it in 2 days, I think. I could have read it faster, but my Nook died and I couldn't find a charger, but this is probably the closest I've ever come to crying in a book, and I was just it was really good. It was really good. This is the first Patrick Ness book I've ever read, and I think the idea was by somebody else, but I don't know. Saban Dowd. I don't think I said that right, but yes. So, it was in my Nook. I read that, and it was fan-freaking-tastic. Great book. Everyone needs to read it. And then the last 3 books that I read in the month of May were the first 3 books in the Chronicles of Narnia series. I'm not going to pull them out because I don't really want to. Or the first 2 books. Did I read 2 or 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I only read 4 books in May. Anyway, still better than I was expecting. But I read the first 2 books of the C.S. Lewis's Chronicles of Narnia, The Magician's Nephew, and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And then I read about half of The Horse and His Boy. So, yes, I don't want to pull them out because hassle. And then for my TBR, and then for my June TBR, I've got just a few books. I have the books that I'm going to be reading for the week that's a year-a-thon. I'll leave my TBR for that down below so I don't have to show you those again. But for the rest of the month, I plan on reading, I plan on finishing The Arithmetist. I don't know why I'm still reading this, because every time I read it, I'm like every time I start it, I'm like, why haven't I finished this already? It's so good. And then I remember that the next book isn't going to come out for another 2 years, and I think that that's kind of what's slowing me down. It's like, I don't want to have to wait that long to read more of it, so I'm just going to read this as slowly as I possibly can. Pretty sure that that is what my reasoning is. I don't know. I think that's what my brain is doing. But yes, so I plan on finishing this one. I've been planning on finishing it for the past 2 months, but that's okay. I don't even know when I started this, like 2 months ago. Sad. And then I also plan on still reading the, I should probably pull it off, A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I'm only about 100 pages into this one, but it is really hard to read. I didn't realize how hard this book was going to be to read. It's still good though. It's still good. I still like it. I just need to hunker down and read it for more than like 15 minutes at a time. So, yeah, so that only gets you like 3, 4, 5 pages, so it's not really helping me any. And then for the rest of the month, I plan on reading a book that my sister's friend got me. She said that she bought it for me already. I don't know why she got me a book. I think she got it for me for my birthday maybe. I don't know. But she bought it, but she hasn't brought it to me yet. So I'll read the one that she got me. If it's not one I've already read, I don't know. She told me to send her a list of books, and I sent her a long list. And some of them were books that I have read but didn't have physical copies of. So if it's not one that I've read before, I'll probably read it. And if it's one that I have read before and I really enjoyed it, I'll probably still reread it. And it's, yeah, probably. And then the other 2 books that I plan on reading is House of Hades, because I haven't read it yet. And I'm going to Idaho later in the month, and I probably will be reading this then, just on the way there, on the way back, and that kind of thing. And then I also plan on reading Tiger's Voyage, which is kind of a chunky book. So yeah, I'll be reading those 2, and then I will pull out one from my TBR jar, because I haven't done a TBR jar thing in forever, because I'm still reading the Rhythmatist, and I didn't want to pull out another one while I was still reading a TBR jar pick, but that's okay. I need to do it. So let's pull one off, and like my, it's a bookmark. Let's pull one out. I had to get rid of a bunch of them because I kept pulling out ones that I already read, and I was like, that's not helping anything. Let's see, what did I pick out? King Arthur. Okay, I can read King Arthur if I can get it out. Oof. No, I dropped it. My poor, adorable zebra. Giraffe. He is not a zebra. Okay, so I have The Story of King Arthur and His Knights. This is, I think it's a translation by Howard Pyle, because he is not the one that wrote these. No, it says the volumes collect Howard Pyle's first 2 volumes of Arthurian legends. It's got illustrations in it. That's cool. He didn't write King Arthur though, did he? I thought it was a Sir something or other. I'm gonna have to look that up. But yes, I've got King Arthur and His Knights by Sir Howard Pyle, and I will be reading probably not all of this. I will probably read about half, maybe. So this one will probably be one that's on my, yeah, I'll probably read a couple, and then I'm gonna put the thing back in the jar, because I'm probably not gonna read all of this in one sitting, or not in one sitting, but all at once. So I'm gonna put the paper back in the jar, or the tube, and I'm going to still be pulling stuff out of it. Okay, so on my to read this month, I have these 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, 5, plus the ones I'm going to be reading for my a year-thon. So again, I will be leaving that in the description. You can go and watch that there. And this is difficult. So much reading to do, and they're all thick books. I might have made a mistake. I might have, but I'm gonna try and do it, because I've been really bad about my TBRs lately. Anyway, that's all I had for this video, and until next week, I will see y'all later. Also, just so you know, my Weekly Geek will not be up this week, but it will be up next weekend, and then it should be pretty consistent throughout the summer until, or except for when I'm gone, so I shouldn't be gone often though. So there's that at least. And I think you're going to like this Weekly Geek. It's actually a pretty funny topic. So until Tuesday though, I will see you all later. It's too close.